Benetara. Today we will be discussing chapter 3 synthetic fibers and plastics of grade 8 science. Fibers. In previous classes you had already studied about the fibers. Fibers are the raw materials from which different kinds of fabrics are prepared. From the fabrics we prepare our clothes and the other things like bed sheets, curtains, covers and so many other things. In this class we will be discussing about synthetic fibers and plastics. Now see, basically fibers are of two types, natural fibers and synthetic fibers. This is on the basis of the sources, the fibers which we can get from the natural sources like plants, animals and minerals. The fibers that we obtain from plants, animals and minerals like cotton, silk, jute, latex, these are all obtained from the natural sources, so they comes under the category of natural fiber. But synthetic fibers are those fibers which are prepared in industries by using the chemicals. They are completely made up of chemicals. Now see, natural fibers are obtained from the natural sources, so they are good for our body, they are biodegradable. But on the other side, synthetic fibers, as they are made up of chemicals, they are comparatively less good than natural fibers. In this chapter we will be discussing today about the synthetic fibers and various types of synthetic fibers that we use in our daily life. Now say synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are man-made fibers. Man-made fibers means they are artificial fibers which are made by using chemicals in industries. They are made up of chemicals. Now see, the natural fibers are made up of cellulose, but in case of synthetic fibers, they are made up of monomers. Monomers are the building blocks. Building blocks of all synthetic fibers. Like our body is made up of cells, the buildings are made up of small bricks. In the same way, the synthetic fibers are made up of monomers. They can be compared with the bead in the string. When we make a string, what we do, when we make a pearl necklace, what we do, we need one string. In that string, what we do, we put one by one all the beads, and in this way we can make a necklace of beads. Here these beads can be compared to monomers. Monomers are the small units. These are the small units when they are alone. When they are put together in this way, they make a long chain. They make a long chain, and this chain is known as polymer. Mono means one. This mono means one. When it is alone, the single unit is known as monomer. This single unit of fiber, synthetic fiber, is monomer. When these monomers are joined together to make a long chain, this is known as polymer. And the process in which monomers they join to form polymer. This process, the whole process of formation of polymer, is known as polymerization. Now you might have understood monomer, polymer and polymerization, because synthetic fibers are completely based on these three things. Monomers are the single unit of synthetic fiber, When monomers join together, they form polymer, and the process of formation of polymer, the whole process is known as polymerization. Now see, these chains are used when so many chains are made, or we can say when polymers are made by joining the monomers, then these polymers are used for making different types of synthetic fibers. So this is the basic unit of all kinds of synthetic fibers. Now we will discuss the different types of synthetic fibers that we use in our daily life. Like the school uniform that you wear, the winter clothes, the school bags, toothbrushes and umbrella, jackets, different kinds of clothing material, bed sheets, curtains and so many things we use in our daily life. Those are made up of different kinds of synthetic fibers. Now first of all we will discuss rayon. Types of synthetic fibers. The first one is rayon. Rayon is made from a plant product, or we can say the cellulose of wood pulp. Now you might be thinking that if it is taken from the wood pulp or cellulose, which is a plant product, then why it is discussed under the heading of synthetic fiber? Is it a synthetic fiber or a natural fiber? So students, I want to let you know that rayon, the raw material for making the rayon is cellulose or wood pulp, but it is chemically treated. There is a chemical process where chemicals are used. Chemicals are used for its processing. And due to that, it is considered under synthetic fiber. But it is not a complete synthetic fiber. Rayon is the first synthetic fiber which is prepared from the plant product, from the source of a natural product. Now see, rayon, because of its appearance, it is compared with silk. It is also known as artificial silk. Artificial silk. Now see, silk. Silk fiber is very expensive. It is an annual product. Comparatively, rayon, it is not very expensive. It is cheap and very easily available in the market. It is very soft. It is not that much of expensive because it is made up of chemical treatment and it can be obtained from the plants. Now we can discuss some of the properties of rayon. Properties. As I told that rayon is compared with silk, it means it will have the appearance of silk. So under the properties, the first is it has shiny appearance. It is shiny and lustrous. Means it has its own shine. It appears very shiny and it glitters. It looks very good. It is shiny. Number two is it is soft and silky. It is body friendly. When we wear rayon clothes, our body likes to have it. It is body friendly. Number third is cheaper. As it is made up of by chemical processing, so it is available easily and it is cheaper than silk. As it gives, although it gives all the properties, it shows all the properties of silk, but still it is very cheaper and due to that only it is very popular. And the last one is it is good absorber of water. During the summer season, if we will wear this rayon clothes, it can very easily absorb all the sweat, and due to that also it is a very good fiber sheets, tabletops, and so many other things. These are the uses of rayon. So here we discussed the properties of rayon and its raw material. This is the first synthetic fiber. Now we can discuss the second. The second synthetic fiber is completely made up of chemicals. It is the first true synthetic fiber. It is called true synthetic fiber because it is completely made up of chemical. Can you guess the name? Which is the first true synthetic fiber? It is nylon. Nylon is the first true synthetic fiber. Now see, here I have written true synthetic fiber. Why? Because this nylon is completely made up of chemicals only. Only of chemicals. Nylon, for the first time, it was made almost in the same time in New York. New York and London. Almost at the same time it was made in New York and London. Now see, the first letter of N, the first letter of Y and this line together makes the name Nylon. Nylon. From here only the name of the nylon is derived because it was first of all made in two different places at the almost at the same time, New York and London. Due to that only its name is nylon. Now we can discuss some of the properties of nylon. Properties. The first property is it is very shiny. It is very shiny in appearance. It looks very good. It attracts our eyes. Number two is it's very strong. Its tensile strength is very high. And due to specifically this property only, the parachutes are made up of nylon. You might have heard this question, why parachutes are made up of nylon. The answer for this question is the synthetic fiber nylon is very strong and it will not tear. It can hold a very huge amount of weight. Also, it can withstand a very huge amount of load, and due to that only parachute is made up of nylon. The third property is it is light in weight. It is very light in weight, and due to that it is very easy to carry from one place to another. The things which are made up of nylon, they are strong, they can be used for many purposes and they can be transported or they can be carried from one place to another very easily. Next is they are durable. They are very strong as well as they are durable. They go for a longer period of time. So these are the properties of nylon due to which it is preferred for making so many things. If we will discuss the uses, we can see there is a huge range where this nylon is used. The toothbrush, toothbrushes, ropes, umbrella, parachutes, bags, and so many different things are there which are used, which are made by using nylon. So this is the first synthetic fiber. Now we will discuss the next synthetic fiber. I hope you are writing everything. The third synthetic fiber that we will be discussing now is polyester. It is also a true synthetic fiber, completely made up of chemicals. Made of chemicals. Now see the raw materials. Raw materials for preparing the polyester, they come from the petroleum refineries. Petroleum refineries. The raw materials come from petroleum refineries. There are two types of polyester which is very common, and they are terylene and Dacron. These are the two types of polyester which are very commonly used. They are very good synthetic fiber. They can be blended with some other fibers like terylene. Terylene is when blended with cotton or mixed. Blending means mixing of one fiber with other fiber. When this terylene is blended with cotton, it makes terrycot. You can ask to your parents about the fabric terrycot at your home. I am very sure that there may be some of the dressing materials which are made up of terrycot. When this terylene is blended with wool, it gives terrywool. Similarly, when it is blended with silk, it gives terrysilk. So, this is about the polyester. It can be very easily blended with some other natural fibers to make some different kinds of fibers like terrycot, terrywool, terrysilk, likewise polycot, polywool, and some other fibers are also obtained by mixing it with some other fabrics. Now see, we have to discuss the properties. Properties of polyesters. Number 1, it is completely wrinkle free. Wrinkle free means you might have observed that after using a particular cloth or fabric for some time, we observe that some wrinkles are observed in it, due to which its appearance doesn't remain good. But in case of this polyester, this synthetic fiber is so good that after a long use also there is no wrinkle at all, and it is completely straight and soft. Number 2, it is very easy to wash. It is very easy to wash because it is light in weight. Number 3, it do not absorb good amount of water, or we can say absorbs less water. It absorbs less water. So after washing, it dries quickly. Now you can see here, after a long use, it do not show any kind of wrinkle. It is easy to wash as it is light in weight, and it does not get the dirt to enter inside it. It cannot hold it for a long time, and it absorbs less amount of water, so it dries very quickly. And the one more property is it can be dyed in different colors. It can be dyed very easily in different colors, and due to that only polyesters are available in very beautiful and attractive colors. Now the use. It is used for making carpets, bed sheets. One special polyester which is PET. Its name is polyethylene tetraethylene. I am writing here polyethylene tetraethyl. Tetraethyl cyanide. It is not tetraphthalate. It is tetraphthalate. Polyethylene tetraphthalate. It is used for making water bottles and pencil boxes, school bags, purses, so many different things. So this is all about the polyester. The next we will discuss is acrylic. Polyester is nowadays very popular along with the other synthetic fibers because it has a wide range of colors and wide range of uses. There are so many goods in our daily life that are made up of polyester. The next is acrylic. Rayon, as we discussed, the rayon is compared with silk due to its properties like silk. In the same way, acrylic, it is compared with wool because it has the properties like wool. Now, the properties of wool, the first property is it does not allow the air or the warm air or the temperature or the heat, we can say, to escape out. In the same way, the acrylic fiber, it also does not allow the heat of the body to escape. Now see the properties of acrylic. Acrylic, it is made up of chemical substances by chemical processing. It is a true synthetic fiber like nylon and polyester. So the properties are, first, it is also wrinkle free. But in case of wool, after long use, it shows some wrinkle. But in case of acrylic, it does not show any kind of wrinkle in the cloth material. Number 2, it is very easy to wash. And it is easy to wash and also it do not shrink. It do not shrink. But in case of wool, we have observed that after washing it, after some time we can see that the wool clothes shrink. Number 3, it is shiny in appearance like wool. Number 4, it is very soft. It is very soft, light and body friendly. So these are the properties of acrylic. It is wrinkle free, it is very easy to wash, it do not shrink, it is shiny, it has its own shine, it is lustrous, it attracts our eyes, and it is very soft, lightweight, and it is body friendly. Now the uses. As it is compared with wool, so acrylic materials are basically used for making those things which can keep our body warm, like wool. So it is used for making shawls, socks, jackets, carpets, blankets, hand gloves, caps, rugs, so many other things are there. We can compare with the wool only. Now you can think what are the things which are made up of wool. All those things are now prepared by acrylic and they are cheaper with compared to wool. So nowadays we are using it very frequently. Very often we use acrylic in place of wool because it is expensive and acrylic is comparatively cheaper than wool materials. This is all about the acrylic. The next topic that we will be discussing is lycra. Lycra is also one of the most popular fabric used in today's our life. It is very soft. It is very soft and durable. And due to that, it is very good friend for our body. It is body friendly. and due to that only it is used for making night wears, night suits, undergarments, swimsuits, because these are in direct contact of our body, and lycra is something very soft which gives a very pleasant feeling while wearing these lycra. It is also known as spandex. It is also known as spandex. So it is all about the types of synthetic fibers. Today we discussed so many types of synthetic fibers like rayon, nylon, polyester, acrylic and lycra. You might have understood now the properties of all kinds of synthetic fibers. Now everything has advantages as well as disadvantages. Now I would like to discuss some of the advantages. As we had a lot discussion on the types of fabrics, so all the synthetic fibers have some common advantages, like they are cheaper and easily available. Their cost is very low as compared to the natural fibers. Number 2, they are durable. They go for a longer time. Number 3, their color do not fade. Color do not fade in long run. Number 4, they do not depend on the plant products or agriculture for the raw material. Do not depend on agriculture. Next is they are easy to wash. Easy to wash. They are very strong, and due to that they can withstand a huge load. So these are some of the advantages that synthetic fiber shows. Now, like everything has two sides. Every coin has two faces. In the same way, synthetic fibers also have some disadvantages along with advantages. So the disadvantages. Number 1, synthetic fibers do not absorb moisture. And due to that, most of the synthetic fibers, they do not give pleasant feeling while summer season. Like nylon, they do not absorb water, and due to that, during the summer season, it becomes very hard for us to wear it. The next is they catch fire easily. Synthetic fibers can catch fire easily, and this is due to this reason only it is always suggested that not to wear synthetic clothes while working in kitchen. We should wear cotton clothes, or we must have some cotton clothes to handle the hot utensils. If it will burn, if a person will burn wearing the synthetic fiber melt and stick to the skin, and it can cause a danger, severe burns. This is all about the synthetic fibers. In the next session, we will be discussing the next subtopic of the chapter, which is plastics. The assignments related to this topic is uploaded in ERP. Please log into it and do the assignments positively.